Transfer coup of the year from Liverpool to Chelsea. It looks like Liverpool could emerge as a potential target for Leipzig sensation Josko Gvardiol. The Croatian national team player rose to prominence as a result of his performances for both the club and the country. While their Premier League rivals Chelsea, as well as La Liga giants Real Madrid are expected to make a move for the 20-year-old player, Jürgen Klopp and the technical team are looking to Gvardiol to establish the squad of the future. These developments came after the young centre-back admitted that Anfield would ostensibly be his dream club and had followed the Merseysiders as a kid. The young superstar, who reportedly has a £110 million release clause in his current deal with the Bundesliga team, became a hit with Reds fans after these comments, with many hoping the club will now take action to win the autograph race. Speaking to Give Me Sport, transfer expert Dean Jones made statements about this possible move, noting that Klopp's side could potentially be contestants in the battle to secure Gvardiol's services. Jones added, "Maybe they could be contenders. We should probably think it's in Gvardiol's best interests to make sure that Gvardiol is a struggle to sign him and to create all the hype around him. I think from a club standpoint they will be happy that Gvardiol stays at the moment. But Liverpool, it might be a sudden move," he said. Gvardiol, who took part in all 7 matches for his country at the World Cup in Qatar and had an average of 1.6 interventions and 1.3 fights per game throughout the tournament, undoubtedly deserved this attention. The 20-year-old joined the German club from Dinamo Zagreb in the summer of 2021 for around £16 million. The young player had a stellar debut at Red Bull Arena last season, scoring twice and scoring numerous assists in 29 league games. The Zagreb-born monster is in the top 1% of dribbles completed among players in his position in Europe, making him stand out. History may repeat itself when it comes to Liverpool. The club signed Guinean midfielder Naby Keita from Leipzig in a club record deal worth around £52.75 million in the summer of 2017. In the words of former Brentford scout Ted Knutson, the playmaker, who was praised as a player with an extremely rare skill set before arriving in England, was expected to make a huge impact in English football ever since. The £120,000 a week man has scored just 11 goals and provided just 7 assists in 122 games since he officially joined the club in 2018. He has also routinely suffered from injuries over the past 4 years. These troubles were made clear by the fact that the 27-year-old has only appeared on all fronts in the current campaign, and his future at Anfield is uncertain as he has only 6 months left on his current deal. It would be fair to say that this signing, described by Champions League winning midfielder Didi Hamann as hugely disappointing and not good enough, has not been a completely successful signing for all sides so far. Therefore, there may be concerns that a similar scenario could happen if Klopp and his friends were to splash the money on another high-profile youth from the German team, in the form of Gvardiol. However, it should not be forgotten that transfer is always a risky situation. Of course, money is invested in the player's past and it is not known how he will perform in the future. If Gvardiol can achieve its potential, it could provide benefits far above the price to be paid. This transfer becomes much more likely, especially considering the transfer blows that the Reds have inflicted on their opponents recently. As it is known, the Dutchman Gakpo was the focus of Manchester United and it was said that there were talks many times. However, Liverpool made this transfer in a very short time and Manchester United was left empty-handed. Now a similar scenario is being drawn and Liverpool may miss Chelsea's transfer target. Gvardiol's contract will expire in 2027 and currently has a market cap of €75 million, according to Transfermarkt data. The old target is now back on Jürgen Klopp's radar. Liverpool may turn to Napoli's Piotr Zielinski once again to settle the midfield problem. Italian journalist Rudy Galletti claims that Jürgen Klopp's short list of goals set to strengthen Liverpool's midfield is full of names. One of these names, Jude Bellingham, is allegedly always the main target. Alongside Bellingham, Brighton's Moises Caicedo and Fiorentina's Sofian Amrabat are reportedly closely watching. And then comes Zielinski. The Polish international is said to be on a slightly longer list that includes the likes of Yuri Tielemans and Mikel Merino. It would hardly have occurred to us that Liverpool would still try to sign Piotr Zielinski in 2023. For those unfamiliar, the Reds were pretty much linked in 2016 with a move for the then Udinese player. Zielinski has even been pictured wearing a pre-season Liverpool shirt. The move never materialized and the player joined Napoli. Later, Liverpool signed Dutchman Gini Wijnaldum. Zielinski has since been a key player at Napoli. The player, who missed only 12 league games in 6.5 seasons, is one of the first names on the team page. The 29-year-old actress has been temporarily associated with the Reds in the intervening years. But as she progressed into her late 20s, these connections became quieter. With Liverpool now scrambling for potential corrections in the midfield, they are back, perhaps to try a player they know well. Polish legend Zbigniew Boniek once called him outstanding and even said he was better than Kevin De Bruyne. But she's more of a silky, creative actress. Liverpool's score contribution from the midfield has gradually decreased in recent years. The Reds' offensive action this season has been criticised, especially after the lethal front-line breakup. The unstable image in the midfield is one of the reasons that fuels this. With his stability and solid injury history, Zielinski could be someone Klopp can count on blindly. Moreover, with his creativity and offensive contribution, Liverpool can direct their attack. Threats to shoot, passes to the back of the defense, being a connecting player, and effective dribbles can provide the creativity Klopp may want in midfield. With 1 year left on his contract in Naples, he could be on the market for a reasonable price. Senior staff at Liverpool are pleased with Darwin Nunez. Alan Shearer said senior staff at Liverpool told him how happy they are with Darwin Nunez right now. Nunez has been the focus of criticism for missing a string of chances since the league restarted last month. But this morning, Shearer claims that according to his own speeches, those at Liverpool are happy with the Uruguayan. Nunez's 10 goals so far isn't such a bad sign. In the Premier League era, only Robbie Fowler, Fernando Torres, Daniel Sturridge, Salah and Diogo Jota got there earlier for Liverpool, said. Really it is. Yes, he missed opportunities and wasted many great chances. But most Liverpool fans will say that Nunez is far from an issue at Anfield at the moment. Good to see Shearer supporting Nunez. As one of the best strikers of his generation, the expert's voice carries a lot of weight. It would be easy to criticize, given Nunez's high-profile misses in recent weeks. Shearer, on the other hand, did the opposite and fully revealed his belief that the 23-year-old player would do well. According to reports, people in Liverpool are doing the same thing. Still, it will be interesting to see if that stance holds up if Nunez still misses a lot of chances a year from now. Many comparisons have been made between Liverpool's number 27 and former Chelsea forward Timo Werner. Werner had similar difficulties in taking chances, but he always looked lively and dangerous. The player, initially trusted and given the chance, was a disappointment to Chelsea and was sent back to Leipzig. There are some similarities to be seen, it's pretty obvious. But the difference seems to be trust. Meanwhile, Nunez doesn't seem impressed by the missed opportunities. So, it's not just the so-called service from the Liverpool staff here. The only doubt about Nunez is his finish. When you figure it out, it will be a beast.